Hello and welcome to the week ahead video. A couple of things to brief you on then ahead of the next 5 trading sessions. We have a full week with the return of US participants from their Independence Day holiday on Friday. And there's quite a few risk events to keep your eye on then over the next 5 days. The first of which being the FOMC minutes release, where of course they did release their dot plots back in June. So markets will be looking out for any clues on just how and why. They did revise these projections. However, most importantly, they did pull back their medium-term rate expectations downwards to 3.75% from 4.0% previously. That's despite bringing forward their expectations for the very first federal funds rate hike. So markets will be on the lookout for any clues as to just when liftoff will occur, as the Fed do continue to maintain an accommodative stance and saying that they would prefer a stronger US economy and higher wages before starting to begin monetary tightening. Secondly, then we have the Bank of England rate decision on Thursday, which is expected to be a non-event with an unchanged policy out of the BOE. Nonetheless, we do continue to eye 2014 as one of the first opportunities for the BOE to become the first major central bank to hike rates out of the likes of the Federal Reserve and the ECB. Then again, over in the US, focus will likely turn onto those individual stocks as we have the unofficial beginning of the earnings season for the next quarter with Alcoa due after market on Tuesday. However, the biggest firm of the week is Wells Fargo on Friday, where markets will be looking out for any clues on projected mortgage revenues for the rest of the year, as higher rates in the US do potentially mean some market implications for Wells Fargo and the likes. So focus will likely turn to the stock markets, particularly as the Dow Jones rose above 17,000 last week for the very first time in history. Of course, we'll bring you all those releases as soon as it hits the wires, as well as any other relevant commentary to your trading. But in the meantime, that's all from me. Make sure you have a fantastic week.